Hi guys, welcome back to Spelling and Word Study. My name is Mrs. Rhoades and I'm here to get you started on Unit 13, Long U with open syllables. Please take a second to gather your materials. You will need your blue book open to page 83. You will also need some colorful pens, markers, or crayons. Remember, whatever I mark up on my board, you should be marking on your page. Please save room for a key as well. If it doesn't fit on here, a separate sheet of paper is fine. If at any point I'm moving too fast, please pause the video and catch up. All right, so we are almost done with our study of long vowels. So far we've talked about long A, E, I, and O. This week and next week, we're going to talk about long U. Remember, there are 3 ways to make a long vowel say its name. We can use silent E, we can use a vowel team, or we can use an open syllable. This week, we are going to be using vowel teams and open syllables in the first syllable. Next week, we are going to look for silent E and vowel teams in the second syllable. All right, but before we do all that, let's read our list of words. And by the way, you'll notice that once again, I broke the words into syllables in advance with those purple vertical lines, and I put an orange check mark above the stressed syllable. Remember, that's the part that we say a little louder and a little stronger. So if you want to pause the video and mark up your page, you could do that right now. All right, so let's read our list. Here we go. Beauty, coupon, crouton, fluent, fluid, human, humid, Jewish, nougat, prudent, ruin, sewer, student, tulip, unit. Okay, hopefully you heard that long U sound at the beginning of each word. Remember, long U sometimes says you and sometimes says oo. So you would have heard both of those throughout the list. All right, so I want to start by looking for vowel teams. Remember, those are groups of letters that come together to make a new sound. And the first one I see is not very common at all, but right here, the E, the A, and the U all work together to make the U sound in beauty. So over here, pink rectangle equals long U because of the E, A, U. Honestly, I can't think of any other words in our language that use that vowel team. So once you memorize that, you'll be able to spell beauty and beautiful and beautify, and then you're good. Okay, another vowel team that is pretty common, I think, is the OU in coupon. You learned that when you were younger with words like soup, right? S-O-U-P spells soup. So now we're seeing that same vowel team in bigger words like coupon and crouton, nougat, and I guess that's it. So over here, blue box equals long U because of the OU pattern. OU is one of those tricky patterns that makes lots of different sounds. Sometimes it says O, sometimes it says ow. But for this week, whenever we see OU, we're just going to test out that oo sound. Okay, another vowel team that we see today is EW. Now you learned that back in 1st or 2nd grade with words like new or few. So now we see it in Jewish and sewer. Okay, so EW also makes the long U sound. Isn't it funny, by the way, that so many of these vowel teams make the long U sound and don't even have a U in them or at the beginning? So that can make this a little trickier as well. All right, now the rest of our words this week have an open syllable. Remember, those are syllables that end with a single vowel. So we see that in fluent and fluid, human, humid, prudent, ruin, student, tulip, and unit. Okay? Everything I just put in a red box is an open syllable that ends with a long U sound. Again, sometimes that U is going to say U, like in unit, and sometimes it's going to say oo, as in tulip. So you just have to use your ear, try to figure out which one sounds right. Okay, over here, red box equals long U because of an open syllable. Now, you probably noticed some other vowel combinations in here, like the U and E in fluent. And while it's true that UE can make a long U sound in words like do or sue, it doesn't work here because they're separate syllables, fluent. Same thing with UI. That is a common vowel team we see in words like suit and fruit, but here they're each doing their own job. Fluid, ruin, okay? That's why breaking our words into syllables is so important, because it helps us figure out where the vowels are working together and where they're working separately. Okay, so now what I want to talk about are prefixes. Over the last couple of weeks, we learned a few new prefixes. We learned that multi means many in words like multivitamin or multicolored. Last week, we learned that DE, can mean take away. Like if you declaw a cat, you dethrone a king, you deodorize your gym sneakers. Today, I have a new prefix for you, and it is the prefix uni, U-N-I, okay? And that means one, okay? Now, when you get to page 86, I believe, you're gonna have a whole bunch of words that contain that uni prefix. And what you'll need to do is match the word with its definition. So use what you already know about common prefixes, suffixes, and roots and parts of speech to figure it out. Some of the words you'll see are unicorn. A unicorn is an animal, a made-up animal, with one horn, right? A unicycle is a bicycle with one big tire or wheel. A uniform is one outfit that everybody wears, right? Whether they all work in a restaurant or they're all police officers, they wear the same one uniform, the same outfit. You also see right here in the word unit, okay? If you think about a unit, it means one thing. So if you're doing a unit on fractions in math, you are just learning about fractions in that unit. That is the one thing. If you're talking about units of measurement, like inches, one unit would be 1 inch. If you're talking about weight, one unit of measurement might be 1 pound or 1 gram, okay? So if you think about a unit, think of it as one piece of a bigger whole. All right. I want to just go through these words with you quickly. Make sure you understand what all of them mean. So I bet you've heard beauty before, right? Beauty has to do with, like, it's a noun, pleasing to the eye. If something has beauty, it is pleasing to the eye, right? We like to look at it. Nature is full of beauty. A sunrise, a sunset, flowers, right? A baby's face, like anything that we look at and it fills us with joy, it possesses beauty. A coupon could be a little piece of paper, or it could be something you put on your phone and show the cashier, but a coupon gives you money off, like a discount. So if you want to buy something, but you don't want to pay full price, you're going to look for a coupon. It could be for 50 cents off or 10% off. A crouton is something crunchy that people like to put on their salad. You can make croutons out of bread, especially like stale bread. You cut it into pieces, you butter it, and you fry it up or toast it. So I'm gonna write crunchy bread pieces, okay? And you put them on a salad. Fluent, this is a describing word, an adjective. We usually use this word when we're talking about language. If somebody is fluent in Spanish, they can speak it quickly and smoothly and proficiently, right? So fluent just means smooth, but usually when it comes to language, okay? You take French class or Spanish class or German class because you're trying to learn how to speak the language fluently. Fluid means liquid, okay? When you're sick, your doctor might tell your parents, make sure she gets lots of fluids, right? Drink water, drink juice, maybe drink ginger ale. But all those fluids are going to flow through your body and flush out all the germs. So fluids could mean drinks. When you're talking about measurement and you're talking about fluid ounces, that would be like how many ounces are in a bottle of salad dressing, or a bottle of juice. Any of those liquids are measured in fluid ounces. Okay, a human is a person. I bet you knew that. Humid is a word we hear a lot when we're listening to the forecast, the weather, because if the weather is humid, the air feels sticky, okay? So I'm going to write for humid, air feels sticky. And the reason it feels sticky is because there's lots of moisture in the air, lots of water vapor. So I live in Connecticut. The only time I feel the humidity is on those hot, hot summer days when it's like 80 or 90 degrees. You go outside and you haven't done anything, but you're already sweating. It's like all that hot, wet air, the humid air hitting your body. Jewish is a describing word. We use that to describe a person of the Jewish faith. So it's a religion, right? So Catholics go to the Catholic Church, Muslims study Islam, Jewish people study Judaism. They would go to pray at a temple or synagogue, and their religious leader is called a rabbi. So you probably, maybe you are, or maybe you have friends who are Jewish. It just means that that's their religion and that they follow a certain set of beliefs about God. Okay, nougat is like a sweet filling. So you find nougat in some desserts or candy bars. A Milky Way bar has nougat inside it. It's got chocolate on the outside and sweet nougat on the inside. Prudent means wise. So your parents are, one of their jobs is to help you make prudent decisions. Like if you're gonna go ride your bike, it would be prudent to wear a helmet. If you're gonna play soccer, it would be prudent to wear shin guards. It would not be prudent to swim in a pool when you hear thunder and lightning, okay? So people who are prudent make wise decisions about their safety, wise decisions about their money, that sort of thing. If you ruin something, you destroy it, okay? So you build something with Legos and then your little brother runs by and ruins it. Now you have to build it again. Sewer, that's the like underwater pipes that take waste away from your so think about your tub, your toilet, and your sink. Everything that comes through those pipes leaves your house through the sewer. You have a whole sewer system possibly running through your town. So I'm going to write sewer equals underwater, not underwater, underground pipes that remove waste. Okay? All that stuff that you don't want sticking around your house goes out through the sewer. A student, you know, a person in school. A tulip is a type of flower. It usually blooms in the spring. You plant bulbs in the ground, and then the tulips come up every May, right around Mother's Day. And then we talked about a unit, right? It's one piece of a whole system, a whole curriculum, whatever. All right, that's all I have for you today. You are ready to start your unit. Good luck, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.